guys! So I thought that since my Christmas tree is probably going down like today or tomorrow, I would film in front of it one last time, even though it's like almost the middle of January. We try to keep it up as long as possible because we don't end up putting it up until like the week of Christmas because it's real. So we don't end up taking it down until like the 10th of January. So I'm assuming it's going to go down soon, but I'm really sad because I love it. But I thought I would film my baby boy winter names. I thought it was fitting to film it in front of a Christmas tree. I filmed the girls before Christmas, quite a bit before Christmas, and then never got a chance to film the boys. I actually found it a bit harder to find boys' names for winter, but I did manage to find a few, and some of them are related to Christmas, so I know it's a little bit late, but I thought I'd film them for you anyway, so here we go. So the first boy's name that I found was Albus. Albus is definitely a different name. I know it's a Harry Potter name, so I know that maybe it's not super popular for baby boys, but I think it's a really fun name, and it means white or bright, so it's definitely a wintry name that can go with the snow. The second name that I found was Astor. Astor means star. Again, not a name that you hear very much on boys, but I think it's pretty neat sounding. You'll hear Astor a lot more on girls, but Astor is kind of a variation of it, and I love the meaning. Number 3 is probably one of my biggest guilty pleasure names. I absolutely love this name, but I have no idea if I could ever use it as a first name for my child. I could definitely put it in the middle name spot, and that's Balthazar. Balthazar is a wicked name. I just love it. The sound of it is so cool, but I think that it would be a burden to give my child that name as their first name. It is actually one of the names of one of the 3 wise men in the Bible, so I think that it's a pretty cool meaning as well. Definitely related to Christmas, and maybe it'll make a middle name appearance in one of my child's names. Who knows? The next name is a name that I have actually never heard before, but I think it's really cool, and it's Colden. There's 2 ways to spell Colden, and I'll put them both up on the screen. This name obviously comes from the word cold, which it is in the winter time, especially if you live in Canada, where I do. So I think that Colden's a really neat name for a winter baby. The next name is Cole, and Cole is another really cool winter name, but instead of referring to cold, it's referring to the thing that you get in your stocking if you're not a very good child. I'm not sure if I love this meaning, but I think that the name Cole is really cool. Next, I have Dasher. Dasher is obviously a reindeer's name, one of Santa's 9 reindeer, but I think it's also a really neat alternative to Dashiell, and you can still get the nickname Dash out of it, but it has a little bit more of a wintry meaning to it. Next is Frost, which obviously comes from Jack Frost, who is a snowman slash man in a video that many people watch around Christmas time. Next I have Gabriel. Gabriel was an angel in the Bible, the one who told Mary that she was going to have baby Jesus. So I think that if you are religious or you believe in God, I think that's an awesome name to use for a winter baby. Gabriel definitely held a very important position in the Bible story of baby Jesus, and it's a really nice boy's name as well. Next I have Jack. Jack and Frost kind of come from the same movie, but I think either one works as a really great name for a baby boy. Using Jack, you could use that any time of the year. It's a great baby boy's name, but maybe it's a cool way to use a winter name without being so obvious. The next name I have is Jay, and Jay is actually one that I didn't realize had a winter meaning, but it's actually the name of a bird that you can find often in winter. So whether you're using it as a nickname or a full name, I think Jay is a really cool winter name for a boy. Next, I have Knoll. It's spelled the same as Noel for a girl, but it's pronounced Knoll for a boy, and it means Christmas, so it's got a very wintry meaning to it. The next name I have, I think it's pronounced Kilo. That's the way that I would pronounce it anyway, and it means north wind in Roman mythology, so it's definitely got a wintry meaning to it. Again, not sure if I could use it as a first name. Maybe some more braver people could, but I think it would be a really cool middle name. Next I have Rudy. Rudy is a name that I really love for a little boy. I believe that it's Jude Law that has a little son named Rudy, and this name comes from Rudolph, which again is one of the reindeer's names, but I'm not sure I could use Rudolph as a name for my child, yet Rudy seems much more usable and is still winter related. Next I have Shepherd. Shepherd is actually on my personal favorites list. I love this name, and it's biblical. The shepherds came to visit baby Jesus at his birth, so it's got a lot to do with Christmas, and it would be a really cool name for a winter baby. The next name I have is Sparrow. Just like Jay, Sparrow is a winter bird name. It's also a celebrity baby name, as Nicole Richie's son's name is Sparrow. I think it's a really unusual name. I think you'd have to be a little bit brave to use it, but I would love to meet a baby sparrow. And the last name I have is Whitaker. Whitaker is English, and it means white field. I think Whitaker's a really cool boy's name. It's recently just made its way onto my list. I like the nickname Whit, And again, it's a very unusual name. You wouldn't immediately relate it to winter, but it does have that wintry meaning, so I think that it's a really awesome name. And those are my winter baby boy names. I hope that you liked them. I hope it inspired you, and if you have any more winter boys names, please leave them in the comments below. As usual, go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and my blog. They will all be in the description box below. Other than that, I hope you guys have a very great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!